Audience comments section. If your comments for 3 minutes, you would name and address.
Dan Bryan, Cook Road. I hate to bring this up again. I live on the last mile between Duffield and County Line. I've said this before, they've cut the trees 3 times since I've been there, and I'm going on 15 years. And each time they said that they were going to ditch and put some limestone or gravel on our roads. They're in very bad shape. Beth can testify to that. But you went back and you said revisit Reed Road, and you're going by the former supervisor's road project from what I understood. Now, I remember when I talked with former Supervisor Melke that Cook Road was second on the list, that last mile in which I live, that was to be on the agenda, and he was voted out and became supervisor. And I remember also, before you were elected supervisor, after one of the meetings afterwards, you were in the audience and you told me, Mr. Fortino, that we were 9 days away from having that done by the road commission. Well, now all these other roads are being done. They've cut the trees 3 times with that expense, promising to do the ditching and the culverts and some more gravel. And we're still in the same spot. We got a lot of water, we got terrible roads, and I just wondered if you had any comment on that. Thank you.
Next. Beth?
Hi, Beth Roberts, Cook Road. I'm begging, please don't limestone Cook Road. Gravel, it needs desperately, but I've seen some of the roads limestoned out there, and after a few years, they're your worst nightmare. And I didn't know that there was a possibility of having Cook Road limestone, but I'm begging you, please, please, please don't do it.
Okay. Next.
Irritated again, 6372 Elm Road. You want to stop by, stop on by. I want to talk about this Reed Road again. Reed between Seymour and Van Vliet, if I have my figures right, last done 14 years ago. Between Morris and Elm around 28 years ago. But yet we're doing the section of road 14 years. Following addresses in the 9,000 block of Reed Road: 9040, 9127, 9281, 9321, 9081, plus addresses 6675 Seymour, 7048 Seymour are on the stretch of Reed Road that does not need repair. The stretch between Morris and Elms is a section of road that needs repair if anybody's drove down it. You've alluded to it yourself. It's gotten tossed by the wayside for whatever reason, and I can't help but wonder why this is. Is it because the aforementioned addresses that I mentioned, is that people that are in association with members of the board is why this isn't getting done, and the real section of road that needs to be done is just getting flagged away? It doesn't need it. And like I said, the 14-year and the 28-year span should have came into play on that. It's not who lives on that section of road. Mr. Timmons drove down it. Who else drove down it? I drive down it almost every single day to go visit friends. It's hell on your car. The other section, nice, smooth. Where they put the culvert across, granted the culvert may have collapsed, it needed to be done, but the rest of the road, sure in God's name, doesn't need to be done. Not at all. And with that being said, I know this is a little bit early, but just for everybody's information, I'm announcing my candidacy for Township Supervisor next year. A little early, you'll hear from me more.
Thank you for your comments.
You're quite welcome, sir.
Mr. Supervisor, through you, please. A little clarification. A road that has been paved for 28 years is at the end of its life. 25 to 30 years is about all you get out of asphalt. So that's not a repair job anymore. And frankly, a lot of the roads that the Genesee County puts the 3/8 lift and chip seal on are not repair jobs. It's they've been doing that for years as a Band-Aid. The investment in that 1 mile of Reed Road is actually a good investment and will make that road last longer.
But as this gentleman mentioned, that was on a prior road plan that
That's-
Mr. Melky had, that when Mr. Portino came into office, it got dumped.
No, it didn't.
Then why didn't it get done?
Because the road plan was at the Genesee County Road Commission. It
And you guys can't bark at that and get it done when it needs to be done, right? It boils down to who lives on that 9,000 block
No,
of
it
the
doesn't.
road. Bullshit.
You're going to be a great supervisor, by the way. You got real people skills.
Yeah.
But what I was told,
I don't lie and I don't
told
cheat and I don't
Beth-
steal.
I told Beth, and I don't know if I talked to you directly. I think seems like I did, but maybe I didn't. You guys can call maintenance.
Nothing in this one.
And it's a Genesee County.
All I
Road
do is
Commission
get a
issue.
recording every time. Nobody calls me back.
Well,
It doesn't do any-
I went down to the office
Yeah,
and
I know you did.
talked to the lady,
Yeah.
and she got immediately on the radio and talked to Lyndon Barn.
Yeah,
And I gave you guys an explanation that you probably didn't like,
I know.
and Mr. Jenkins back here wouldn't like either, but all the 12,000 miles of all the roads on that side of the township are given a real low status because they assume there's not much traffic on them. We know for certain that there are roads there that are real thoroughfares getting into Shiawassee County that are still neglected. And Mr. Jenkins down here can tell you exactly the same story that you guys are talking about in Cook Road. So
Why?
it's not-
Yeah, but why did they cut the trees 3 different times? They took some beautiful oaks in front of my house
Their-
and all the
their-
way down.
Their ditching plans are based on workable weather. This is gonna be a tough year out there for any kind of ditching because of just the sheer amount of rain.
In 15 years, we've got to have 1 or 2 good days, I think.
There's not a person on this board that can answer for the Genesee County Road Commission or the Drain Commission.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's called relationships.
Anybody else on the, just for the board comments? I don't see any other hands. Board comments? Yes, Mr. Supervisor. Speaking of ditching, I have some constituents on Robbinger Road that are complaining in regards to the ditching between the bridge and the railroad track on the east side of the road, which is property that belongs to the township. They're saying if you would come down through there and ditch that out, that they would drain their fields up there. Out, Mr. Pace, Mr. O'Brien, Mr. Carlson are all saying that they need that ditching done on that section. It's just a small section there, it's not very far, but that has not been done in I don't know how many years. Okay, as you may or may not know, they're down 4 days worth of ditching on local roads, so. They're only doing 4 days worth? Only 4 days. That's it. No, I didn't know that. Okay. Anybody else on the board? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting at 8:26.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Free at last.
What do you want to give them a call about the road?
All right. Not here?
It's a public forum.
Talk about reading.
It's a public forum.